Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of the second series of the LLS Kitchen. You are in the LLS Kitchen. My name is Salvatore Galati, and I will take you for a little tour of our wineries. Our journey, though, will take us not inside their cellars, but their kitchens or their grottos, if they have one. Our producer will show us how to prepare one of their favorite dishes. They will match their wines with it. And after the live feed is over, you can go on Facebook or even on YouTube and rewatch the video and even look at the recipe a little bit more closely so that you can perhaps repeat it at home. We also will suggest some retail places where you can go and buy not only the wine, but also the ingredients, perhaps. So today, team, it's a little bit selfish. I call it my home, my people. Not everyone knows, but I was born in Puglia. My town only had two major events happening throughout its history. In 1895, the first silent movie film Sex Symbol was born. This town is Castellaneta, and located in Puglia, and his name was Rodolfo Valentino. In 1971, a full 76 years later, another some type of sex symbols was born. It was me. There it is. I was born in Puglia about 49 years ago. But, we're going to have a little bit of movie discussion later on in this program. So Puglia is in the southeast of Italy. With over 500 miles of coastline, over the last 10 years, Puglia has become a very big destination for tourism. In fact, actors, singers, soccer players made Puglia, at their destination to celebrate their birthdays, see Madonna for references, as well as their wedding. Justin Timberlake wedding happened in Borgo Ignazia, a beautiful resort on the Adriatic coast. So, but Puglia is not just famous for the beaches, but also for the food. We have, did you know that burrata actually was born here? So we have nice bitter greens, we have tons of beans, which we use with our pasta as well. We have incredible ancient grains, which make our famous pasta so delicious. So, of course, seafood. You know that I did not know that Japanese ate raw seafood as well, because I always ate raw seafood. It's the only other place where you can find cuttlefish, the one on your right of your screen, and you can eat them raw. We also eat raw mussels, and great ricci di mare or sea urchins and the likes. So olive oil, it's another big production there. Those are some over centenary trees which are all over. They pretty much puzzle. It's like a bunch of bush-like vegetation that you can see from top, and they're all major aged trees, just like the one in the picture. And then trulli. Trulli are those funny-looking houses. They look like cones. Look, I have one right here. See that? This is my little piggy bank shaped like a trullo. So things never change. Through history, people try to get away with certain things, murder or taxation. So trullo was built exactly for the purpose. So because there is no cement to connect all these stones right there, what they did, they moved the trulli from one place to another. So when the tax assessor came in and looked for your property and when assessing the taxes, right? Then when he came back the next year, the place was different because you have moved the trullo from one place to another, so you will avoid paying taxes. And of course, we have tons of wine. Puglia battled Veneto and Sicily for the most amount of wine production in Italy. But lately, we have been focusing a lot on quality rather than quantity. But I will leave the wine part of the discussion to our guest today. Of course, today's guest is my dear friend, Beniamino D'Agostino. He's a lawyer by training, but he decided to get a real life and started making wines. So he and his family, with his brother Alberto and his father Francesco, purchased an old cooperative in the town of Gravina, invested in modern wine techniques, and most importantly, in their vineyards and land. Eventually, they even introduced organic farming. Ciao Beniamino, come stai? How are you today? You might want to unmute, Benny. There we go.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. How are you?
I am
I'm
good.
fine. Ciao from Gravina. We are on a wonderful terrace overlooking the gorge that gives the name to the city, because here we call it ravines and give the name to the city. I'm the owner of Botromagno with my brother Alberto that has just arrived. He's here. Hello.
Why don't you tell us about your winery?
Yeah, very briefly. Me and Alberto, we was in another life both lawyers. We was called from the local president of the cooperative to try to find a solution to save the local co-op from the bankruptcy. And after studying the paper, the solution was very easy and quick. Me and my brother decided to save the company, the cooperative, from the bankruptcy, stopping being lawyers and starting this new profession. It's not a tale, it's absolutely the truth. All was started in that way. We have saved the winery from the bankruptcy, and we have started a program to develop the local indigenous grapes, trying to make good wines, try to save especially the heritage and the tradition of the area, because we have to know that in Gravina, the first traces of developed viticulture are dated more than 3,000 years ago. The grapes was imported here from Greece and founded here, that is very hilly, very fresh area, completely different from the rest of Puglia, the perfect habitat to grow perfectly. And we are trying from that moment, our 29 years now, to make the best valorization possible of our local grapes. Thanks also to the cooperation with LLS that now is since 1996, are 24 years this year that we are working together.
So, Benny, what are you cooking for us today?
Today I'm cooking, just take a look for the ingredient, a very, very old recipe, really invented from our grandmother Vincenza. Just to say to you, you know, usually in Sunday with the family in south of Italy, we used to cook ragu, that is slow cooked meat with sauce, you know. But especially in this time, September, October, we do not like, as young kids, this quite heavy way of cooking. And our grandmother invented for us a more fresh and end of summer recipe with orecchiette, that is our little ears handmade, with cherry tomatoes, with local mushroom called cardoncelli, but you can use also the shiitake mushrooms that have the same texture, with fresh grounded pork sausage and garlic and spicy pepper. And that's it. Very simple, very easy, very quick to prepare.
Sounds delicious. Ah, look at this. This is orecchiette. This is how you make orecchiette.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I recognize that hand.
I think so. The hands are of your mother.
Yes, it is my mother. So, why don't you walk us through the recipe?
Okay. Start putting some extra virgin organic olive oil.
And Puglia, we do have, as I mentioned before, lots of olive oil. It tends to be a little sweeter.
Absolutely, very good, very nice, very a little bit spicy, naturally spicy, because our extra virgin olive oil is made by a typical olive called coratina, that is naturally little spice. Then put 2 naked cloves of garlic. And then when start sizzling, you put inside. No, you have to, at some point, we have to remove the garlic. And this is the pork sausage.
Well, if my wife is around, you don't remove it. She just eats it right out. She loves garlic. It's very good for you too. So that pork sausage you mentioned before when we talked, that is actually punta di coltello. So it's a particular type of sausage which is not chopped with a machine, but rather cut with a knife and then stuffed inside the casing. It's a very particular type of sausage, and it's a little, there is a little more bite. It's not as soft as the one that we used to. And that is 100% pork.
Pork, yes, 100% pork, yes. And now it's time to put inside our cardoncelli mushrooms.
So cardoncelli, it's actually a DOP, and it's located right in that part of Puglia.
Cardoncelli is no, it's a DOP. It's an IGP.
ITP. Sorry, it's something new.
Yes.
So Italian product. I guess that's what it means.
What it means, indication of geographical territory. It means that this cardoncelli can grow only in a specific area. In this case, the Murge Hills. Murge is the name of the hills that's surrounding Gravina, because of the unique characteristic of the terroir to grow this spontaneous mushrooms.
We should know that Puglia is very flat, but the area in which Gravina is located is actually one of the few mountainous area. In fact, snows quite a bit in that area, and that's why some of their whites tend to be nice and crisp compared to some of the wines from the Salento, which are a little rounder.
Yes, and now another important step. We have to put inside half glass of white wine. Obviously, the suggestion is to use the Gravina Bianco, that is our DOP white wine.
In which you own pretty much bottle 100% of the production. So it's a
exactly. There are only 25 acres left of this appellation, and we own them all.
That's a small appellation.
Yeah,
it's also protected because the area where the hill of Botromani is located was a place where an ancient population, the Messapi, were established. They are the same.
No, in this area, the name of the population that was living here is quite different than the Messapi. Here was living the Peuceti.
Peuceti, yes, Peuceti. Those are the two populations that established at Sempre in Puglia. My apology. I'm more Messapi.
No worries. No worries.
See, the Messapi.
Now it's time to remove the garlic. That is done. Is flavor giving. A little bit of spicy pepper.
I like your assistant. Does have chef pants, I see.
chef Ben,
Et
and
voilà.
assistant Alberto, some pinch of salt, and the last ingredient, I have also a suggester. I don't know if in theater, you know, the guy that stay in the hole and gives you suggestions.
I see, I see. This is a teleprompter here now. Used to be a whole round, now it's a teleprompter, but you have Vincenzo suggesting, right? I heard no.
No. Wait.
Aspetta. No rush. We have time.
Wait a little bit.
So, if I understood correctly, you prefer to eat this because it's hot, and the very stewed meat that we prepare on Sunday tend to be even more of a warming effect on your body. That's why you want something a little fresher, right?
Exactly, exactly.
That makes sense.
Vincenzo,
Grandmother was
okay,
smart.
sorry, alza un attimo solo. The volume of my headphone is low.
I cannot
Is
scream
down.
anymore, Bello.
Okay, it's fine. And now it's time to put our cherry tomatoes.
Did the teleprompter said yes, you could do that? It did. You're authorized.
Yes, now is the right moment.
So why don't put the phone right on top of this this concoction you prepared.
Metti un quadro dall'alto.
There we go. Nice. That looks very, very appetizing. Fresh.
Yeah, this is the reason why we like to eat this. You know, in Puglia, late September until late October, the weather is still nice. It's very hot. Sunday is the moment to stay in the countryside with the family, having lunch, Sunday lunch, and we dislike the ragu. The ragu is a typical winter food, and for this reason, our grandmother, has invented this recipe for its nephew, just to have a more fresh.
Approach, I understand.
Recipe.
So, Benny, while the sauce is cooking there, why don't you tell us about what are you going to drink with this?
So no, just the last passage because we need the last 3 minutes. Now it's time to put the orecchiette into the boiling water.
I understand. Right.
Sure.
There we go. Very nice. So tell us about the wine we're drinking with it now.
Yeah, the perfect way pair with this wine is our Primitivo.
Go ahead. Tell
The
us
reason
something.
is, the reason is, our Primitivo is, Primitivo is the probably the most famous red grape from Puglia, in cause of the connection with the Californian Zinfandel. They have the same origin. Davis University of California have discovered that the two grapes have the same origin, but Primitivo is the grape that changed mostly its characteristic depending where it's cultivated. And our Primitivo, because it grows in altitude, you think the vineyards are 1,500 to 2,000 feet on sea level, so high. This wine, it has good acidity, and sorry, but just some problem with the flame.
Don't burn the place down, please.
No. Si è spenta la fiamma.
Ho capito. So,
No, è questo. Il bello, as I say, this Primitivo has good acidity, is not too heavy on the palate, not with high residual sugar, is very, 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 very nice about that. And just a moment, we have a problem with the flame. Il bello della diretta è qui.
Meanwhile, Lauren, put up the recipe. I will go over the recipe again. As you can see, this is the recipe and the instruction on how to make it. So you can find it, as I mentioned before, on Facebook. You can just stop the video while you're watching it again, or on YouTube, same thing. Go onto the Wineboy YouTube and look for the channel within that called the LLS Kitchen. And furthermore, there is a suggestion about where you can buy this fine wine. So you can go all over the United States, wine.com, you know, will be to go to if you are in a remote area, but you can go and see my friend Nick Marucci. If you are in New Jersey, my dear friend Sherry Lehman in New York City. By the way, Chris Adams, the CEO of Sherry Lehman, was visiting with Beniamino. We spent a great time at Borgo Ignazia, the same place where Mr. Timberlake got married. Or if you want to investigate a little more places, you can go and there is a location, a wine location tool, so you can find out if there is a retailer near you that carries this wine. So meanwhile, hopefully, is the flame back?
Yeah, yeah, the flame is back.
So let me ask you, you said something about the Primitivo changing based on where it is. So my understanding is this is a Murgia Primitivo, not a Primitivo di Manduria. What is the difference?
Exactly. We in Puglia, we have mainly 3 different areas where the Primitivo grows. The area as Murge is the central part. We have Salento, that is a little bit farther south, and we have Manduria, that is on the Ionian side. In southern part of the region, you think that the harvest starts in middle of August. On the hills here, the vineyard starts not before than middle of September, end of September. It's 1 month, and is all the difference of the world in terms of concentration, alcohol level, sugar residual, and acidity, mainly acidity. Especially in this area, thanks to the altitude and the exposition and the big difference of temperature between day and night, the wine is absolutely, for me, in my opinion, more food friendly than the other ones. The other ones, in my opinion, are better on their own because the sugar level especially is usually high. Our Primitivo, for me, in my opinion, is better with food.
Yeah, different time, different place, different kind of food. And I see that one thing that I always do, and I taught my daughters how to do it, you gotta taste the pasta and see if there is any more salt needed. And that's what Alberto did, and he added some salt. Look at those.
Yeah, yeah.
Vincenzo, avvicina la telecamera.
Avvicina.
Avvicina il telefono.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. It takes all the patience to make all those little ears, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They look very good. I actually skipped lunch today between all my Zoom calls here. So now
it's not a good thing for you. Yeah, the thing that, as you can see, you can do this recipe at home very, very easily. It's very simple to reproduce. And I regret that you are feeling the sizzling and the cooking time, but not the flavors, the smells especially. I assure you that it's like we are walking on the grass and having in the nose the perfumes of the tomatoes, the perfumes of the mushrooms.
Awesome. So, you know, as Schwarzenegger said in one of the movies, I'll be back. Don't worry, I'll be back in Puglia soon enough.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll be making a lot of movie references, and the one thing that is happening all over Puglia is a lot of filmmakers are coming down and filming a lot of movies there between and Gravina and many other places. And it's because of the light that Puglia has, which is very good for filming. So we're gonna show you a surprise video, which kind of, you understand what I mean when you see the video.
Stanno mandando il video di James Bond.
Well, there is no sound, but I wanted to do a little dubbing in Pugliese, but if you could see that, that is Gravina. And that is where the latest James Bond, which is supposed to be released on April 22nd, Earth Day, then the delay because of COVID, was filmed right there. So Daniel Craig was all over Gravina eating some of this pasta that you are about to serve to your family, right?
Absolutely. I'm just waiting for the plates. There is a little delay.
Okay. How's your dad? Dove sta papà?
It's fine. It's here. It's here. Papà.
Don Franco. Ciao Don Franco, how are you? Come stai?
Ti sta dicendo dove stai? Salvatore.
So this is two generations.
No. Yeah.
Franco, Alberto, and Beniamino.
Yeah, Franco, do not hear you because I have the headphones. Totally.
If anybody has a question, you can submit it via the chat or, you know, via the Facebook as well.
Okay.
Remember, you can find the recipe again in on Facebook or on the YouTube channel. Waiting for the plates. Ciao, Linda. How are you? Linda Haradzin. You are my biggest fan, I feel. You've been everywhere when we visited the other wineries. In the meantime, I want to remind you next week we'll be in Tuscany, I believe, if I remember correctly. We'll be in Tuscany with Castello di Bossi. And Lauren, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember anymore.
Stiamo impiattando.
There we go. I don't see a lot of wine going around. What happened? Are you on a kind of
a lot of?
You're not drinking much, and not neither of
you. No, we are preparing. You know, as Italians do, we drink wine with food.
Well, okay. I've learned how to become an equal opportunity, you know, drinker. So, but.
And now I'm.
Don't lose it. Don't lose your orecchiette.
No, never. No, questo lo porto io. No, devi vedere Siamo fuori tempo, Vito. Ecco perché. Andiamo. Let's go. Let's go. Seguimi.
So, meanwhile, I want to see where you're eating, actually. Some of the views we saw onto the video.
And Papa, Francesco.
So, Benny, can you show me the bridge that you have?
Yeah.
So, remember the video I just showed you?
This is the harvest squad. These are all the people that are harvesting those days.
Ah,
And we are on the gorge. This is the old part of Gravina. You see there our cathedral, and last but not least, we have the famous or infamous bridge.
that's what Daniel Craig did the stunt and jumped over.
Exactly, exactly.
All right,
And
cheers
just
to
there you
everyone.
see the, yeah, now we have a cheer for you. Girate i bicchieri.
Però bisogna la bottiglia. Eccola. Benissimo, benissimo. Al punto giusto.
There we go. Now this is the best part when you guys re-drinking.
Absolutely. We are here for this.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your orecchiette. Salute.
Thank you so much. Salute. Thanks to joining us and hoping to see you soon here in Puglia.
Yes, I want to see you too as well. Ciao, ciao, guys.
Ciao, ciao, ciao ragazzi. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao ragazzi.
Bye.
Ciao.